Let me ask you something real quick. What if some of the most famous alien abduction stories weren't about beings coming down from the sky, but about us coming into the world? Because once you really sit with it, the story starts lining up a little too clean. For decades, people around the world have reported the same experience. Different countries, different cultures, same details. You wake up, you can't move. Bright white lights burn your eyes. You're on a cold table. Tall, strange-looking beings stand over you. They don't speak. They poke. They prod. You feel fear, but no words. Sound familiar? It should. Now here's the part nobody ever flips around. Imagine this moment, not as an adult, but as a newly conscious being. No language, no memory, no reference point for human, doctor, or hospital. Just sensation. Think about birth. You're warm, floating, fed automatically. No gravity, no light, no noise. Then suddenly, you're pulled out. Blinding lights, cold air. You can't move. You can't speak. Strange, towering figures surround you. Their faces are covered. Their eyes look huge. They don't explain anything. They just do things to your body. From that perspective, that's not a delivery. That's an abduction. People always describe the beings the same way. Tall, pale or grayish, emotionless, mask-like faces, large eyes. Now look at a delivery room. Doctors and nurses towering over a newborn. Skin washed out by surgical lights. Masks covering their faces. Eyes magnified by goggles and light glare. No emotional conversation, just procedure. To a newborn nervous system, those aren't people. Those are entities. Metal surfaces, sterile smell, rounded equipment, bright white everywhere, strange tools, cold environment. That's not a spaceship. That's a hospital operating room, the most alien place imaginable, to someone who's never seen Earth. Here's where it gets interesting. The brain doesn't store early trauma in words. It stores it in images, sensations, fear, and symbols. So later in life, during sleep paralysis, psychedelics, hypnosis, or extreme stress, the mind goes digging. But it doesn't pull up, "Yeah, that was my birth." It pulls up bright light, helplessness, tall figures, loss of control. And the adult mind does what it always does. It builds a story that fits the emotion. In a sci-fi culture, aliens. Notice something strange. Alien abductions almost always happen at night, in bed, when the body can't move, when fear is amplified. That's the exact neurological state where pre-verbal trauma resurfaces. You're not being taken out of the room. You're being taken back. If even part of this is true, it means the first thing humans experience is separation, powerlessness, bright lights and strange beings deciding our fate before we can even speak. And instead of facing that truth, we externalize it. We turn it into aliens, into monsters, into something out there. Because it's easier than admitting the first shock of life itself might be the original trauma. So here's the question I'll leave you with. If a newborn could speak, would it call the delivery room a hospital or a spacecraft? And if that idea made you uncomfortable, good.